Consensus Networks is a blockchain infrastructure company, so we really focus on the architecting of hardware that we implement in blockchain networks.
Blockchain solves a fundamental networking problem in that it allows you to trustedly share data between two parties in a way with unprecedented trust and transparency in a cloud-native environment.
So one of the problems we see as we look in government and enterprise sectors is they face a lot of the same attackers trying to disrupt networks, trying to disrupt their business operations. And today, they're not as secured as well as they could be.
So software security vulnerabilities cost the US $180 billion every year.
Release automation chain enforces levels of control on a software development process. So one thing we see, especially in organizations like the Department of Defense, where they have very sensitive data that they're working with, is the need for controls and auditability in chains of software or software custody from the developer to the end user. That would stop bad code from being deployed, and if those controls are bypassed, that could have really negative ramifications both for national security as well as just safety of personnel. The other thing that it introduces, by being able to bypass controls going straight from developer to the end user, is that a hacker could insert themselves at any point along this process. If a hacker gains access either early on in the development process or later on once the code is deployed and is able to change something without anybody noticing, consequences for both the user as well as the DoD as a whole. Consensus Networks is defining the next generation of software and data assurity tools, starting with release automation chain.